Thanks for tuning in to Do You Know My Father, and thanks for joining us through the Bible series.
Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear also. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gatherings together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let the earth bring forth grass, and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowls multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
Well, that was Genesis chapter 1. And in Genesis chapter 1, we see who made everything, what they made, how they made it. And it's such an explosive chapter of the Bible. So much is happening there on such a big scale, so deep that we can't even sound the depths of it. But we know who did it. Our Father did. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yehovah. His name means He was, He is, He will be. It means He always was, He always is, and He always will be. There's never a time that He wasn't, never a time that He isn't, never a time that He won't be. He is the great eternal one. That's our Father. He made everything, and He wants everybody to know that He made it. A man named Charles Darwin created the theory of evolution because he hated God. He said that God didn't make everything, and he called God a liar. They say that religion isn't taught in the schools, but it is. This is the false religion that is taught in the schools, and this is one of the aspects that the children are being taught, that God doesn't exist and that He didn't make everything. And they're telling them instead the best thing they've come up with is that there's a Big Bang Theory. There's some big explosion in the universe happened, and then that made pretty little you and everything else, and all the design and all the order and all the wonderful things we see today. I don't know about you, but when the truck shows up at the supermarket and you gotta unload it to put everything where it goes. You've been in the supermarket. You've seen all the order. You've seen the cauliflowers here, the broccoli's over here. Beautiful. It's beautiful in the produce section and the fruit and all that, and just everything in every aisle. Everything's labeled. Everything's marked. Everything's priced. So much order there. So much design. They design it to where you can walk right through. They get the most square footage they're using. All this happens. Could you imagine if we just use a big bang to unload the truck? Put a piece of dynamite in it. Don't worry, fellas. We'll just blow this thing up, and then everything will be where it's supposed to be, in great, perfect order and great design. They'd think you were crazy. They'd say you're insane. Unless we take this stuff out, nothing's going to go where it's supposed to go. It's just going to be destroyed and blown up, and so's the store with it. That's what you would think, and that would be right. So, but when it comes to the creation of all things, people freely accept this because it says they love the lie and they hate the truth. They don't want to honor our Father in heaven, and that's so sad. The only thing you might get at the store if you did blow things up with a Big Bang Theory is maybe some shredded wheat cereal, but it probably wouldn't be in the box. So we need to get rid of the lies and listen to the truth. Our Father made everything, and He said that it was good. He made you, He made me, He made the day and the night. He made all the animals. He made the heavens and the earth. He made the sea and all that is in it. And He wants us to love Him. And He wants us to love each other. When we make up lies about and say that He doesn't exist, and we make up lies and say that He didn't create everything, and put a pathetic excuse in place of it, we're not loving Him and we're not loving each other. So I hope that you enjoyed this chapter 1 of Genesis. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us or just pray and ask God. He would love for you to seek Him with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. Until next time, please get in the Word and study it for yourself. Love God and love others.